Hello, this is Stephen Childs. I'm a servant of Team Fairness. That's all I will ever be. I won't ever be the president of Team Fairness or the guru or the God. We all count the same. In Team Fairness, we all count the same. And we don't want to be done wrong no more. That's how this starts. So, we're going to be needing to have a lot of power to stop others from doing us wrong. So we need unity. So we all join together. That's why we call it Team Fairness. And this is common sense. We're going to agree to stop doing others wrong in thought and action. This is the way humans should be. We should care about each other and not do each other wrong. And we forgive each other unless you won't stop. If you're doing us wrong, we forgive you, we tell you, stop, and you keep doing it. Let me tell you what I dreamed last night. Donald Trump appears. About the time I think that somebody should stab him with a sword, somebody already did. This is dream, it's not real bodies. So it's not like there's any blood or anything. It's more like a cartoon bodies. So then I was going to stab, and then somebody was with me. So jointly, as one person with this one body, we stabbed him a second time. Well, we've told him, stop doing us wrong. My experience is that these spiritual powers are very real. But it's slow going. You don't just say, help me with something, and they help you. No, you have to let things play out the way they play out, and you have to struggle with things. I had to learn that my part in the problem was that I'm having thoughts that are not fair about others. So it's like Jesus said, think no evil. And forgive 70 times 7 or whatever. So we're delivered from evil by him in Christianity. So we don't have to do anything. I was told by my spirit friend, maybe the day after tomorrow, I won't have to do anything to protect myself from evil. She'll do it for me. But I still have to learn about standing up for myself psychologically. So we're not just transported into heaven. We have to earn our way there. So yesterday it felt like victory was at hand. Then this morning I'm threatened more than I have been for years. Prison, death threats, they have contracts on me. It played out as if it was police. And then I'm thinking, no, it's alien. That's alien that might have control of police, some of them. I'm not dead. And neither are they. See, we don't have to kill anyone. Violent thoughts are a totally different thing than actually doing violence on someone. To think judgmental, unfair thoughts about someone, like about their appearance or whatever, that could be a type of mental violence in a way. It's wrong. It's doing them wrong. And I don't want to be that way anymore. When we were kids, we were really mean to each other. We teased each other, threw rocks at each other, shot each other with BB guns, had fights. But I was always the kind of person that was against doing others wrong. Sometimes I was doing others wrong and didn't realize it, or I had to catch myself later realizing that I was becoming evil. So I'm not pulling any punches. That's the word I'm choosing. We humans are part evil and part good. And when we do others wrong, we're on the side of evil. And there are spirits here to help us. So I want to talk about that for a minute. I think it can be described as two coalitions fighting each other, good and evil. So evil is humans in coalition, in cooperation with non-humans, aliens, that are on the side of evil. They want to take over, they want to stay in control, and they don't care if they hurt other people, they do it. The other group of good are humans and a mixture of humans and non-human aliens that agree to not do others wrong. So we're playing the good side. We're betting the good horse will win. They're betting that the evil horse will. So it's a mixture of humans and non-humans. So I get, like we called them angels and demons in the biblical days. So the Bible is not the end-all and say-all. People say that everything written down is the Word of God. That's a bunch of BS. It's not. This is my opinion. You're welcome to yours. There's too many contradictions for it to be a book like that. So when they're on the side, you got to surrender to Jesus, or you're in trouble with us, they're on the side of evil. They're listening to evil spirits telling them to do that. Here again, this is my opinion. Have your own too. So the people that have done others wrong, that's everyone. There's only degrees of it. And there's how much you're entrenched in, invested in doing others wrong. So some people have a more difficult time deciding to join with us in agreeing that we won't do others wrong anymore. Because we don't want to be done wrong. So we're not doing you wrong, so we don't want you to do us wrong because we stopped doing you wrong. See, we insist on fairness. So we need to get a lot of power to stop others from doing us wrong. There's governments that do us wrong. The law of the land does us wrong. It's not written in a way that's fair to us. It protects corporations. They're not even a person. They're an imaginary person. They accuse me of having an imaginary friend. They're the crazy ones, not me. They have their imaginary corporate friend. Now, I can joke about that, but an evil spirit can actually fit that role. So they actually have an entity that claims to be their corporation. So when planet Earth, the humans, the living humans, that's what we work with all day long. When we agree to stop doing others wrong because we want to live in a world worth living in, we want it to be worth living in for our kids and our grandkids. So with the World Fairness Agreement, we'll stop the wars and the poverty. There won't be homeless people. There won't be wars. There won't be conflicts between religions. See, they can all coexist as long as what you believe is okay, whatever it is, as long as it's not unfair to someone else, what you're believing. So you can be a Muslim or a Jew or a Christian or a Hindu or a Sikh or a Native American And you can believe whatever you're told or whatever you read as long as it's not doing someone else wrong. If you see it's doing someone else wrong, don't believe that part of it. Put that aside. Practice the parts that are helping everyone. Most of them are about love one another and forgiveness in some way. Most of them are about healing the planet. We have people praying and chanting to heal the people all over the world. Well, this is your way to do it. We have people talking about all these problems and solving all these problems. This is the way to do it. First, we got to have agreement with the entire world to not do each other wrong. And when we aren't putting all of our wealth into warfare and strategies of being better than the other, we're wasting a lot of our money. So all of the world's money will go into solving the world's problems. And there's a lot of money. Last night I dreamed that Ayatollah Khomeini wants me to give me his money so I can make the World Fairness Agreement happen. See, there are those that think I should not talk about what I'm told in dreams and visions. Keep it secret. No, my way is openness, glasnost. Openness. Transparency. People are screaming for the government to be transparent, but they're not. We don't have to be. I stand for secrecy and privacy. So these aliens, allied with evil humans and evil aliens, you don't have to call yourselves that. But I can call you evil if I want. You can call me evil if you want to call me evil, go right ahead. I don't have a problem with what you're calling me. You're doing me wrong if it's not true. So my calling you evil is based on the fact that you're doing other people wrong. That's the only thing I define as being evil, nothing else. So that's what I mean. So they're telling me that I should not be watching videos in my boxer shorts and no shirt. I'm not making videos, I'm just watching videos. They're telling me to put my pants on. I'm like, what? And then it gets worse. They're going to put me in prison for this, that, and the other. One of their tangents to get me put in prison or arrested is psilocybin mushrooms. I'm in a mushroom church. We're finding that it slowers the aging. People are aging slower. It's a fact that it's very beneficial, therapeutic. I was told by my spirit friend to get it. I did, and I used it as a microdose level for like a year. And I didn't do a high trip dose, but I did some trip doses, 5, maybe 10 times. And that put me in touch with this character that portrays to be a cop. And, jokingly at this point, gladly, he's like telling me that he's going to put me in prison. And so I tell him, like, well, no, in this world we're talking from now, I'm going to rip your heart out and stomp on it. So now what are you going to do about that? Tell me I don't have the freedom of thought? See, this is not about a real person. This is about a cartoon clown that portrays to be a policeman that's trying to be God over me. And he's a joke. So I'm not pulling any punches. Maybe he needs to have the dream that I had happen to him about the swords. I know this has an effect. So, really, truthfully, we've become somewhat friends, and we joke around about this stuff. At least I am. And then I don't care if they put me in prison. Hell, I'm too old to worry much about that. I don't care if they shoot me. I don't care if they kill me. My spirit friend tells me that I'm better off once I die, but she wants me to live a long time. I don't really care about getting killed. It just puts me in a better place. They don't want me to be here in this mess called planet Earth. Planet Earth is a disaster. The World Fairness Agreement is the solution. And it's very simple. It's based on faith, trust faith, in each other. So I have faith in the guy portraying to be a cop, that he'll see the light, and he'll want a world where policemen are not done wrong by the government or by the people or by each other, by their families, etc. So one time I had a dream that we were having a conversation. I'm sleeping when this happens. And he hits me with this energy, and I think it actually moved my body. And he said he was seeing if he could break my back. And it was Neptune. So it came across as the god Neptune. So sometimes it's our mothers that are trying to rule through us. So they're saying that's what the case was with Neptune. It was Neptune's mother. She's gone to hell now. So it's like there's several myths where the child of the mother's on the side that's in conflict with other gods and so forth. It's not only men that are doing young women wrong, it's also women. Well, let me explain something that illustrates how this corruption is here and has been here for millennia, thousands of years. The Ten Commandments. It doesn't say don't lie. It doesn't say don't do anyone wrong. You might as well chuck it in the garbage. There's one commandment in the Church of Fairness. Don't do anyone wrong. Have a great day.